Hey guys, you want to see how you turn a jig into this or these? Keep watching. Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube? It's Jared with Jared's Custom Lures. Thanks for stopping by. That's another Monday in the office, and I'm not painting today. We're going to do something different. I'm all about trying to save a couple dollars on painting, on how-to stuff, and do your own thing. So I had some little 36-ounce jigs laying around, and the kid and I have been into crappie fishing on the weekends. And it's getting that time that crappie season's heating up. So I've been tying some of my own little jigs. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I do it. I am not an expert, nor have I ever tied a fly or anything. I only got this stuff to dress some treble hooks. Again, I'm all about trying to save a little bit of money in this industry. I have a ton of hooks here. Why would I go buy dressed hooks? And it's very simple. So what I'm going to do is today, I'm going to get a couple of these jigs I have hanging over here, and I'm going to show you how I tie them. Now I've taken nail polish and cleared them, just nail polish paint over them. Since they're so small, it's tough to airbrush. It's not worth wasting the paint and the time to set up and clean. Just grab some nail polish, put some 2-ton epoxy over them to clear it, and they're not going to chip or anything. So let's get over here and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so we're back over here. Again, today's going to be a different video. We're going to be tying up some jigs. Put your little jig head in the vise here. These are 1/32 ounce jigs. Crappie season has come upon us and it's been going pretty decent. Now you could paint these orange, whatever color you want. I don't use my airbrush to paint them. I actually use some nail polish, but make sure you put a good epoxy over the nail polish. That way it doesn't come off, it doesn't corrode or anything. And oops, I grabbed the wrong jig. This jig's kind of hard to do. It doesn't have the lead base here. See the lead base here to actually hold a skirt on or something? These are in my crappie box. Again, I like doing things on a budget. I like to save money and put it towards other fishing stuff. So here, we're going to wrap our thread around here. You should use some wax thread, but I ran out and I've been using some embroidery thread. It works pretty well. You'll start your base wrap. Get it nice and tight and around. Get about halfway. What I like to do is take that tag end and kind of keep it on the bottom. Wrap over top of it. I'll show you why here in a second. Basically, it tightens it up. So I take that, pull the tag in, pull it tight. It comes off pretty well. Just kind of give it a good tug or cut it. Alright, we're gonna make this one a little bit of a blue. Actually, I dropped my green. Actually, I want to do something different because you can't find them in the store. I'm going to do nothing but this pearl flash on this one. These come off in long threads. Now, I made the mistake a long time ago by taking the zip tie off of it. It holds it nice in place, nice and neat. But the original one I took off and it made a big old mess. Man, I spent an hour cleaning this stuff up. So leave the zip tie on there. It's there for a reason.
Did not know that. Let's pull it about. I got about 4 or 5 strands out. I'm going to double them up actually. Just taking my X-Acto knife from the hole I made. As you can see, that's still way too long. As you can see, as we get it shorter and shorter, it's going to be the right length almost. It's just a little too long still. We'll trim it up. I made that from 2 strands. So, a couple loose wraps to get this set in place. And a couple tight wraps to hold it in place. Do about 5 or 6 tight wraps to hold it in place. But I'm going to put you on pause and be back. And well, my phone's right here. I got a text message. Sorry about that. We'll edit that out. So we did, after our 6 or 7 wraps here, got one little end here that needs cleaned up. Grab a couple more strands. 2 more strands. And do it all over again. Trim it up, cut it down. Kind of keep them even. I don't know if you can see those in this camera or not. Keep them even. Trim it up. Pinch it even again. Go halves. Trim it up. And one more time. Pinch it all together. Add it to our jig. Couple of tight wraps. Pull it into place. 3 or 4 more wraps, nice and tight, and keep going. And don't worry about this stuff up here by the head. You can see the little hairs. I got a little trick to get that all off when we're said and done. This is see how it's kind of long back here? We'll get this all trimmed up. I'm going to turn my jig. Keep working on it. I'm going to make it all out of this today. I think this will be sharp for some night fishing for walleye or crappies. Alright, cut a couple more. there, wrap it in. Remember, 2 loose strands to pull it tight into place and to finagle everything where you want it. Lay it out nice and even. Then come back around with about 5 or 6 tight strands to hold it in place. This jig is going to be pretty bright when we're all done with it. I'm going to put a little bit more on the belly and we're all said and done. Oops. Let's turn this jig around. Alright, lay this over the belly here in the back. I think we got enough on there. So after we get our last one on, this is where we're going to wrap it and clean it really good. So you take your thread, wind it up and clean up all the open spots in your thread. Kind of clean it up nice and tight. Nice and tight, nice and tight. Just careful you don't pull any into it. Keep it back. Before I go any further, take my X-Acto knife, kind of just clean up around the head. Careful not to cut your thread, or it'll all fall apart and fall on the floor. Clean up some of this over stuff. Now this is where I'm going to go to town, wrapping it, getting it nice and neat, without overloading without overdoing it on the thread. With the sharp scissors, we'll clean it up. Alright, we're getting towards the end here. Don't want to overdo it. Alright, so the end result. Take your thread, loop it over. So how I did that with my fingers. Turn, come over, around. And I pull it. Just let it fall tight. And I pull it tight. Do it 2 or 3 times. Do it again. Stops your thread from unwinding off. Do it one more time. See that? Got my thread up here. Turn it in my hand. Basically turn it in the hand, lay it over top, pull it back through. Done. Sharp knife, scissors, get to the base, voila. That's why I do it 3 times, so it doesn't undo. Take it out of your vise, get your sharp scissors, and clean it up. Right here, the X-Acto knife. All you gotta do is push on it. Don't cut, don't saw, don't nothing. With a sharp knife, it'll cut itself. Not bad for a homemade jobber to go out and beat up some crappies with, hopefully. And since this is a little on the longer side that I like, get our sharp scissors here. Now I usually cut it over something so it's easy to clean up. So right there. Perfect. That should be a good crappie slayer. Now that it's cleaned up, get my super glue. I just put a little drop of super glue, hold the thread in place. That thread kind of soaks it up pretty quick. Boom, we got a jig to go fishing with.